Hello, everyone, and welcome back to World of Warcraft. I apologize. I am coming down either with a cold or allergies are hitting me, so yeah, I'm gonna sound a little sick. Little stuffed up nose, little sore throat, not too severe, but I gotta keep going, The show must go on, as they say. It's a new week, there's new content, and I got work to do, so. Especially before my guild actually tries the new raid tonight. So, yesterday, I and a few guildmates decided to have some fun trying out some of the new dungeons for this season. Like...
Fatality! Fatality!
Sorry. Dawn of the Infinite, the new Super Dungeon, Waycrest, and Atal'Tazar. I'll try out the others some other time. Just a reminder, the fatality you're hearing is from this little add-on I have that collects bugs. That way I don't have the Lua errors pop up on my screen all the time. So... yeah. Anyways. If you hear that little sound, that's what that actually means, so sorry about that. Now, we're starting in Valdrakken because I wanted to show you guys something. If you'll notice here on my map, there's a new icon here. They've actually added a portal from Valdrakken to the central encampment in the Emerald Dream. Great idea. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. Here's the problem. There's no portal going back to Valdrakken. So, yeah. Also, apparently... Hold on. Sorry about this on the screen. Apparently, this is something that I got set up. I think it's a weak aura. And I don't remember... Oh, yeah, it's this right here. So... I don't really know how to, remove this without deleting everything. Because I don't want to delete all these other weak auras I have. I just want to be able to get rid of this one particular one right here. And I'm like, okay. It doesn't really give me, the option to go ahead and... Ah, okay. So I can just kind of Alright, so I can toggle the visibility, although apparently that doesn't work. Ah. Yeah. I don't know how to get that to go away or to stop being visible, so... Unless it's just able to be done over here in these different ones here. Alright, so that's going to be on the screen. Ignore it. I don't know how to get rid of it, so just you'll have to live with it for now. In the meantime, before we delve into LFR, a couple new quests have popped up. Now, there's this main story quest from Ysera, who is here now. By the way, the dialogue we missed when I showed up was Galanori said, Ysera, Marithra, I have grave news to report. A new Jaredin general and his forces area... laying siege. I'm pretty sure that that's a typo, Blizz. And his forces are laying siege to the Eye of Ysera. The Eye of Ysera must not fall to fire. Marithra, if the Eye has been breached, our enemies are stronger than we anticipated. Do not worry, Mother. We will go there at once to defend it. So that's what we'll do in a bit. But before we do that, let's talk to Wrathion.
Do you trust me?
Ah, Dreadnix, it's so wonderful to see you. You have arrived just in time. I was tasked with seeking out potential allies to aid with the protection of the World Tree. Your accomplishments speak for themselves. Your help in this matter would be greatly appreciated. What do you say? Are you up for some diplomacy?
The Black Dragonflight will be redeemed.
We are not alone. There are other flights of dragons out there that have yet to make their way to the Isles. Vyranoth has shown in her unique way that not only can we work with others, we should. Sibelian spoke of a brood in Outland known as the Netherwing. I extended an invitation to Valdrakken, and their representative has agreed to meet us there. Alright, tell me of the Netherwing. I confess I have not met them myself. However, Sibelian has provided some helpful information. It seems that the Netherwing originated from black dragon eggs that had been hidden away on Draenor. When the blaze shattered into Outland, the eggs were infused with the energies of the twisting Nether. It changed them into what they are today. They are now entirely separate from Sibelian's brood, but when you think upon it, they are still our direct kin. I suppose we both have bizarre circumstances surrounding our origins.
Learn from the past.
Well then, we should go meet the representative of the Netherwing. Mordnaku is his name. Apparently, he is also a prince.
Every action.
I suspect Vyranoth might also be interested in recruiting new dragons to our cause, but she'll need a little convincing. I just so happen to be very good at convincing. I'll speak with Vyranoth and we'll meet you in Valdrakken once she has decided to join us.
Never let your guard down.
Lady Vyranoth, Dreadnix and I will be meeting potential new allies in the defense of the World Tree. Would you care to join? No. I see. I thought perhaps you would be interested in meeting flights of dragons that were never part of the aspects in their broods. 1,000 pardons. Wait. I am listening. Then let me tell you of the Netherwing. Oh, very clever, Wrathion, very clever. So guess what? Now we have to go... now we have to go back to the portal over here to get to Valdrakken. I would have just hearthed back, but I've already used my Hearthstone. Now, there is another way I could also do this. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to use my Dalaran Hearthstone. And then take the portal to Orgrimmar, and then take the portal to Valdrakken, which will take me right to where Valdrakken is. That's another fast way I can do that. But this is why I say they need to now also add a quick way to get from the encampment to Valdrakken. So like you've already added the portal to get to the encampment from Valdrakken, now add the other one. By the way, I also want to show this off. Mortal insects! You dare trespass into my domain? Your arrogance will be purged in living flame. So this is the mount you get for pre-ordering Cataclysm Classic. I'll be honest, this mount is like the only reason I actually bought that. Now, you also get this mount in Classic as well, but I wanted it specifically for retail. Because look at this. We get Ragnaros as a mount. This is awesome. I love this mount. Like, it's called the Runebound Firelord mount. But yeah, look at it. It's Ragnaros. It's so cool. I love using this now on my Shaman because you have the Ragnaros shoulders that we got from the Time Rifts, and you can use the little Ragnaros pet. So yeah, like my Shaman right now is able to just have a full-on Ragnaros, like, Mog going on right now. It's pretty great. I just wanted to show that off. The fact that that's such a cool mount and you get it for both Classic and Retail. I'm not really intending on playing Classic Cataclysm. So yeah, I'll admit, I got that just for the mount. Apparently, he's by the daycare. Actually, no, he's down here. While I appreciate your invitation, I suspect that it was not delivered purely for altruistic reasons. You are correct, although I assure you that our outreach was intended as friendly first and foremost. But the aspects would appreciate the aid of the Netherwing in helping to protect the New World Tree. You wish my flight to endanger ourselves for a world not our own? A bold-ass stranger. What will you give in return? We will bend over backwards and let you do whatever Oh, wait, no, this is not Season 1 of Star Trek The Next Generation. We don't do that kind of diplomacy. This city is incredible. Shatrath pales in comparison.
Show me your worth.
Hail,
We are
Demon
done
Hunter.
speaking.
It seems our fates are intertwined.
Thank you for joining me on this. While Vyranoth claims to be an ally, it is good to have backup, just in case. So what are you going to offer the Netherwing? Well, if I may, Wrathion. Of course. Wrathion has told me of your outland, a harsh place. Your flight would benefit from safer spaces. You are true dragons. This isle is a home for every flight. The Valdraken Accord accepted me, though I was an enemy. They will accept you. Your flight will flourish here. Well, what say you? Vyranoth offers much to consider. On Outland, we fight for survival against both the chaotic land and its denizens. The freedom to simply live and grow is tempting. Yet we have long lived away from bustling cities. Our current roost is rustic, but it is home. What options exist for my people to roost outside of Valdraken? The mountains of Thaldraszus would make excellent roosts. A proper home for my flight, safety for our eggs, and wings outstretched in welcome. These are what my flight desires.
Speak your mind.
These seem like very reasonable requests. Nothing obscure, nothing secretive. I'm almost disappointed. I can handle one, but I may need your help with the rest.
Azeroth faces many threats.
I believe I know just the location for the Netherwing to roost. It has a wonderful view and is quite secluded. I'd like to show our guests some of the sights about Draken before we go. Meet you there?
Until next time.
Mordenaku, on behalf of the Valdraken Accord, I would like to formally extend an offer of membership to you and your flight. On behalf of my flight, I accept the offer. Wonderful. Before we join Dreadmeeks, let me show you some of the sights of the city, if you will follow me. Come then, little ones. I apologize if the whelps are bothering you. They know very little of anything other than Outland. They are curious, not bothersome. Oh, there's something else yeah. I don't know why it's not my bars anymore. It should be. I don't know why it's not here. Hold on. Let's see. What am I going to have to replace? I suppose I'll replace that, considering that that is not going to be a thing anymore going forward. So, put that there, and then we'll put these here. So, because I still need to do the races to finish off these races here to get this here. So, in fact, once we finish doing this quest, maybe I'll go ahead and show you guys a bit of that. And yes, I'm still having to do I still have the quest to do the advanced races. How nice that they put these here, knowing that we were going to have to go up. Whee!
You stand before the Black Prince.
This is a funny question I can ask him. What are you really up to here, Wrathion? Me? Up to something? Do you really think I purposefully invited Vyranoth in the hopes that she would display some empathy for the Netherwing, that she would indulge herself in offering her aid and wisdom? Actions that would perhaps draw her closer to the Valdrakken Accord? Why, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Every action has consequences.
There seems to be far more spiders here than the last time I visited. Oh, great.
Until next time.
This cave is adequate. It has a commanding view of the surrounding land and is highly defensible. But the state of it is not acceptable. I will place an enchantment upon you. When you draw near to the smaller spiders, it will freeze them, allowing us to relocate them. The Saxon larger spider will need to be addressed with more finality. See that it is done. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Zadorm and I will speed you up to help you. Make sure you run over the spiders, okay? Oh, gee. Thanks. That's just what I wanted. I have to run over them. Ugh. Whee! Apparently I am the Flash, but with the powers of Captain Cold. So in case you're wondering, yes, some of the Race to World First is underway now. Hold on. Ah! There we go. It's nice that for now that the beacon trinket can still be useful. Until I get my new ones. Which, by the way, apparently one of the raid bosses, I'm not going to say who yet, drops the best possible trinket for Havoc Demon Hunter, so I'll clearly be farming that boss. But some of the top builds for Havoc are now starting to come out. Also, apparently the tier set, according to Wowhead, the Havoc Demon Hunter tier set is considered the highest ranked tier set for all DPS specs. Which, let's just say I'm a little surprised, but okay, sure.
That is your choice.
Is there something you wish to discuss? Azeroth
Well
faces
done.
many threats.
Now we must ensure that the whelps of the Netherwing have the best opportunities to grow and flourish. Let us speak to Mother Elion, and I know she would relish the opportunity to care for the young of a new flight. Would you care to meet us at the Ruby Life Shrine?
The Black Dragonflight will be redeemed.
I will stay and ensure the whelps are safe until members of their flight arrive. We will meet in Valdrakken once you are done. Thank you, Vyranoth. My kin should be along very soon. I look forward to speaking to you more in Valdrakken. You'll enjoy Elion, Mordanaku. Quite the character, but a more motherly soul you will never find. Your whelps will receive the best of care. There's Mordanaku's Netherwing form. Very much like the Netherwing Drakes from TBC. Also, Wrathion smiled. Probably at the successful diplomacy going on there between Mordanaku and Vyranoth. Need a cough drop. You went through all that before you had even hatched? Hard to believe, I know, but your people have a much deeper understanding of what it means to be altered in the shell than most. We do. Strange. It is as though you and I are kin in more ways than one. Do not mistake my words, however. Our shells may have been kin to your own, but we have since developed our own flight and our own culture. I would hear more of your people, when we have time. Ever the diplomat, Wrathion.
Have you brought good tidings?
Wrathion says there are new whelps on the way. Of a new flight? Are you certain this is not of a joke? Very well, let us get started.
I long to see the eggs return.
Of course we will take care of the nether whelps. However, we might run low on snacks. The beetles close by are a delicious treat for the little ones. Can you bring me back some juicy beetle bits? Only the best for the little darlings.
I long to see the eggs return.
Beetle bits. Me and a bunch of other players just killing a whole bunch of beetles. Gosh, I cannot wait to do this on some of my other mounts. Do your whelps require any special accommodations? I am not certain. Anything we do would be normal to us, but others may call them unique. We shall send one of the Netherwing to speak with you, Elion. They can fill you in on their routines and ensure the little ones receive the best of care. Wonderful. Have you been eating enough, Wrathion? You're looking a little thin. Ever the mother-like figure, even to Wrathion.
Have you brought good tidings?
Oh, thank you. The young ones will love these. My goodness, first the obsidian whelps and now this? I cannot believe I am lucky enough to see this.
I long to see the eggs return.
I must admit, I did not expect to be altering the future of my flight when I arrived, but it feels as though we belong here. Perhaps this is the call that they spoke of? Regardless, I am looking forward to some rest. Wrathion mentioned retiring to the Roasted Ram Inn. Can you meet us there? Sure. By the way, apparently I have heard that via an article on Wowhead that apparently there was a bit of an exploit when it came to the Dream Warden's rep involving the seeds. So if there was like some rep gain you could get, and I think word was spreading around about it, apparently it was not intended, and apparently it is also grounds for Blizzard taking action against your account. So as I wasn't really focused on that, plus I was a little busy, so in hindsight, it's a good thing I didn't participate in that. Are you certain of this? I have no reason to doubt what I would have been told, but let us discuss this later. For now, we welcome our new friends to the Valdrakken Accord. Thank you for your kindness. The Netherwing look forward to settling here on Azeroth. Which reminds me, I need to still go back and get some of my Netherwing Drakes, because I never did that. But hopefully the Warbands thing will help out with that. I understand that Khadgar is in the Dragon Isles? Once my flight is settled, I should pay him a visit. Tales of his time in Shatrath reached even my ears in Shadowmoon Valley. So what was it like to live on Outland? A unique challenge between the torn landscape and the world's more aggressive denizens. Life is a constant struggle. There is beauty to be found, but nothing quite like the scenery here. Thanks to you, my flight's safety and future has been secured. Traveling from Outland to Azeroth has been overwhelming, but in the best of ways, the Netherwing look forward to exploring this world. Right. Oh, hold on. Vyranoth has something.
For all dragonkind.
Hey, Vyranoth, is everything alright? Wrathion has been telling me about the storm drakes, the Thorgnir, and their creator, Odin. He has virtually enslaved these dragons after declaring our kind unworthy of protecting Azeroth. Yeah, that's something that, in case you saw my video about why I hate the Warrior Order Hall and Legion, Odin is awful. He came across as, oh, I am amazing, I am so great, when in actuality, Odin is awful. Because, yeah, he used to think that dragons were pathetic and not worthy and had no value because Titans were where it was at. The Keepers were where it's at. Only his Valajar and, the Valkyr, and only his creations had value, not dragons. Screw them. Is she about to want to go get,
Do not be afraid.
Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this. The Thorgnir? I don't know how to pronounce that. Of Stormheim have the strength and power to greatly aid us in defending Amyrdrasil, but they have yet to come to the Dragon Isles. I suspect this. Odin has interfered with their journey. We'll go and speak with their matriarch. Wrathion tells me her brood is amenable to your kind and to assisting others. We'll investigate.
Power is no substitute.
How nice they gave me a portal straight to Stormheim.
Demons besiege my peak! We need your skills in battle, champion!
Not right now, Vethir.
My children cry for vengeance.
We have heard the call, but we cannot answer. Why haven't you gone to the Dragon Isles? My brood and I are honor-bound to attend Odin, our patron and creator. We have heard the call of the Isles, but Odin has forbid us to go. The problems of dragons are nothing to him, and as we serve him, we must honor our pledge and follow his judgment. Less honorable storm drakes have broken ties and left, but my brood and I have remained here. Truth be told, I would go if it were allowed, but I am bound to remain here.
We will strike.
And then people wonder why I don't like Odin.
Time is short.
How dare he? How dare an interloper such as that creature believe he is allowed to compel blind obedience from a dragon? How dare he keep these dragons from their birthright? I will not stand for this. Wrathion, PapaNeeks, we are going to pay this Odin a visit. It'll be enlightening for everyone. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to punch Odin in the face.
Begone then. Approach.
How dare he deny any dragons the right to go anywhere?
We have much.
First he opposes dragonkind, and then he enslaves them, denying them their birthrights. We shall visit these so-called halls of valor, defeat any who oppose us, and liberate the storm drakes from that which binds them. Come along.
Begone then.
We get a scenario to invade the halls with Vyranoth.
Let me at him!
Are you worth my time?
Let's go, Vyranoth. Oh boy, here we are in the dungeon.
The halls of valor host some of Odin's most trusted allies.
Allies? Enforcers and slaves, more likely. Come, whelps. We shall confront this guardian Himdall.
I expect this will be interesting.
It's Heimdall, but yeah.
I don't have a target.
I like how the layout here is like almost exactly the same as the dungeon from Legion. Like even the same enemies and such. It's as if I'm like going through the dungeon.
You need not be slave to your rider. Rise and be free.
That's great. The Storm Drake actually left his rider. That's hilarious. Hey, Heimdall. So here's the funny part. Many of you, of course, know Heimdall from the MCU, played by Idris Elba. He's the cool Heimdall. And then there's the Heimdall from God of War Ragnarok, who is... I don't know of any nice way to put this. He's an a-hole. He's awful. To the point where I was looking forward to Kratos actually killing him. You know, sorry if that's sort of a spoiler, but yeah, just letting you know, he's kind of an a-hole in that game. But then again, a number of the gods in Norse mythology in that game are as well. But hey, it's a God of War game, of course they are. And then there's this Heimdall, who's kind of in the middle. He's not cool, but he's not awful.
I need to get closer.
Very well. I will test your worth, my son.
Of course you will, because that's of course what Odin is all about. Testing your worth. It is time for another trial to test your worth.
Thorinir, you need not heed this construct's call. Odin believed dragons unworthy protectors unless they were bound by his command. You are worthy in your own right.
So yeah, all the drakes that we experience in this dungeon, she's just gonna free them and be like, yo, you don't have to do this anymore. I did not know about this scenario.
I'm out of range.
This is pretty cool. As someone who has done this dungeon many, many times. It's funny that this was not included as a Mythic Plus dungeon.
I need to target.
I'm personally okay with that because I'm not too fond of this dungeon. Oh, hey, it's Aegir.
Dragon, prepare to face my wrath.
Stay your hand, Valkyr. This is a matter between my kind and your master.
Honor compels me to stop you, dragon.
Then you have more honor than Odin. The same honor that the Thorinir hold. They remain here, though they are called to a greater cause. Protecting Azeroth. Stand aside, Aegir. This matter does not involve you.
Yeah, well. Aegir is not exactly the nicest of people.
It's too far away.
We must get past the shield maidens.
Shield maidens, stand down. May your battle prove worthy, dragon.
And yours as well, should you ever choose that path. Your arrogant keeper has not treated his servants with respect or truth.
I'll be honest, I was not expecting us to go pay Odin a visit during this expansion, or during this patch.
When I told you of Odin, I didn't expect such an explosive response.
A likely story, whelp. You knew I would not abide such hypocrisy.
Well,
Own it, and just be glad I have not eaten everyone here. I am being diplomatic.
I like how she's making that distinction, like, look, this is me being diplomatic, okay? If you think I'm being too harsh here, you don't want to see me when I'm not being diplomatic. That's like when you tell somebody, hey, stay calm, and they're like, this is me being calm. Hey, Odin. It's okay, my warrior is not here, therefore I don't have to lick your boots. The 4 king guys from the dungeon. This is so much like the dungeon, it's funny. By the way, Tor, Bjorn. Get it? You know, if you play Overwatch.
Do not be afraid. Stay true to your beliefs.
Look at his throne. Odin!
Ah, Odin! We'd like to have a word with you. Several, actually.
Most impressive. I never thought I would meet anyone who could match the Valajar's strength.
Save your words, Keeper. Are you really too cowardly to face us yourself?
Impudent whelp! You dare insult the ruler of the Valajar?
I don't have a target.
Face me then!
Coward! Hypocrite! Liar! You come to this world and demand its children bow to you? You dare? You claimed dragons were not fit to protect Azeroth. Yet you bound them as your servants. You call them born of gods and claim ownership of their greatness. The Thorin'yir were and are great without you. Their honor keeps them bound here, but you have never earned it.
Enough of this foolishness!
I agree. Dragons of the Storm. You are true dragons, not constructs beholden to an unworthy keeper. You are free to choose your own path. If you wish it, there is a home for you on the Dragon Isles. Join your kin and claim your birthright.
Wow. She just straight up froze Odin and was like, alright, you're all coming with me, let's go.
Time is short. That is your choice.
They are free of that wretched keeper's influence for now, and hopefully for good.
On your way.
Well,
I have many, many wares.
I was certainly not expecting that.
Friends.
I'm very pleasantly happy, though, about that. Okay, so, yeah. Ahem. So, yeah, we just got, what, 3? I guess technically 2. Though, the dragons in Stormheim were like, they weren't just one group. There was like 3 different versions. By the way, I'm also pretty happy I was able to get this mount from the Time Rift stuff. I still want the other one, though. But you have to get it as an RNG drop from the caches once you get to Exalted with the Valajar and Stormheim. So this is like the closest one to that I have. Which I'm pretty happy about, though. That at least I have this one. Even if I don't get the other one, at least I'll have this one. So when we come back, we'll talk to Ysera. Stay tuned.